he was actually the guy in charge. I'm not joking, like in charge of relations with Native Americans, which is going to be very awkward when we talk about the
Oh
other
God.
most famous person, Sacagawea, who probably is one of those like right person, right time people in American history.
This is like the most serendipitous moment I think in history that I've ever seen.
Yeah, Kyle loves Sacagawea, big Sacagawea fan.
Oh,
Um,
this whole expedition was doomed if not for her.
so she was a Shoshone, but she had been kidnapped by another Native American tribe when she was a kid, and she was later sold to her husband,
Yeah, it was
which
like a
is
French. He was the cook, right, for the
Charbonnet.
expedition. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Toussaint Charbonneau. But yeah, I think sold to your husband's very problematic
It's
process.
not normally the type of phrase that goes into like the wedding handouts.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yes, exactly. And so she was 16 when she left for the expedition, and Sacagawea, being the boss she is, was pregnant when she left with her son Jean Baptiste. So they got this like pregnant woman who's just an absolute boss. She's like, I'm gonna drag this expedition to the end, whether or not you like it. And the coolest U.S. coin, in my opinion, because it has those weird sides to it. I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
Um,
that's when they tried to bring the dollar back, right?
yes, yes.
Yeah.
And now people, for some reason, think they're worth more than $1. I'm like, it's no. It's people weird. Um, so she actually saved them so many times, so many times. In fact, just her presence as being as part of the Corps of Discovery made a lot of native tribes actually be like, oh, okay, this is a peaceful expedition, because they brought tons of gifts to give to the
Yeah.
different native tribes. Everything from like one of the this is the fourth episode in the series. This is the one where we're supposed to be more tangential. They gave him like a bunch of beads, they gave him a bunch of tobacco, all this stuff, but they also the Jefferson administration was like, here's a bunch of peace medals. Give these peace medals to these native tribes, which is like just ignoring culture.
Mhm.
Like, here's a peace medal. Like, what does this mean?
I
Like,
know,
what
right?
do you, like, why are you giving this to me? Is there a war medal? Is there like a
Yeah,
kind
but,
so luckily Sacagawea bailed them out of most issues, and also her and Clark were instrumental, because Clark had a lot of respect for Sacagawea, and because he was in charge of the relations with the Americans and mapping and stuff like that, they worked together very closely, and there's a lot of mutual respect, and we'll see that pop up in some of the
but
side stories.